This morning, new developments in the court case against the man caring for Elijah Vu. What next for the man who was watching the toddler who vanished?
Plus, bird flu outbreak. Now that the disease has spread to cows, what Wisconsin farmers should watch out for.
And the sun is coming up. We are looking at some chilly temperatures in the low to mid 30s this morning. At least we do have some sunshine headed into the weekend before some rain by Sunday. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us here on News 3 Now this morning. Happy Friday. I'm Shane Hogan.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for tuning in. All right, hopefully we're done with this snow for a little while. Still some out there. I mean,
fingers are crossed.
Yeah, got some better weather ahead, though. Kelly's been telling us about that this week. Kelly, what are we in for today and tomorrow?
Yeah, the sunshine is really going to help us out. This time of the year, the April sunshine is going to warm us up, and obviously it's going to really melt that snow. Probably noticing a difference from downtown. Not much snow downtown, but here on the southwest side, we actually still have quite a bit of snow on the ground, but that sun should be melting that off fairly quickly. Still chilly today with mid 40s. Tomorrow looks to be like a pretty decent day for this time of April, pretty seasonable. Enjoy tomorrow because we are expecting some rain showers that'll move in on Sunday. We are counting on some lower 60s next week. 33 right now in Madison, 33 in Sun Prairie, Deerfield at 32, 34 currently in Middleton. So we will look at temperatures in the upper 20s and low 30s this morning. The sunshine warming us up into the lower 40s, maybe in the mid to upper 40s out west. Could be getting close to 50 in Boscobel, Lone Rock, Prairie du Chien, probably in the mid to upper 40s here in Madison areas to the south. We are looking at some unsettled weather. So the sunshine today and also tomorrow. Rain chances best right now, it looks like on Sunday, but even into next week, even though the chances of rain aren't great, still going to be a little bit unsettled. No major storm system headed our way, but at least giving us a chance for some rain next week. Sun coming up now, temperatures right around 33. By the noon hour, we should be up to 41. North winds up to around 10 miles per hour. Not as breezy as yesterday, but still noticeable. Eventually, that wind will switch around the south tomorrow. We'll talk more about that warm up into the weekend coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you. Now, back to the breaking news in Beloit, where police say an overnight shooting is now a homicide investigation.
This as one person was found dead. We learned this just minutes ago on this latest information. The shooting happened on Nelson Avenue, the same block as Beloit Grocery. Police say they received a report of shots fired at about 1:30 this morning. No one is in custody as of this moment, and no motive has been determined. We will continue to provide updates throughout the morning.
We did get a statement from the Beloit Police Chief, Andre Sales, who says this tragic loss of life deeply saddens us, and we extend our heartfelt condolences to the victims' loved ones. The department's committed to utilizing all available resources to apprehend those responsible and hold them accountable for their actions. You can follow along with the developments this morning as we report them here on News 3 Now this morning. We also have an update on a missing Dane County inmate this morning. The Mount Horeb man, who authorities say cut off his GPS monitoring bracelet over the weekend, is back in jail. 39-year-old Richard Williams went AWOL from the Dane County Jail Diversion Program Sunday. That allows someone to be confined to their home or approved housing while serving out a sentence. Deputies have been looking for him for several days. It's unclear where he was found. We do know he's back in jail.
The man caring for 3-year-old Elijah Vu at the time of his disappearance in late February will now stand trial on a child neglect charge related to the boy's vanishing. Jesse Vang, the boyfriend of Vu's mom, Katrina Bauer, appeared before a judge at the Manitowoc County Court for a preliminary hearing. After testimony from 2 law enforcement officers, the judge denied the defense's motion to drop chronic child neglect charges against Vang. Elijah has been missing since February 20th. Last month, Bauer pleaded not guilty to multiple charges, including chronic child neglect and obstructing a police officer. No one has been charged in the toddler's disappearance.
Bird flu is once again causing concerns throughout the country. 6 states are now reporting outbreaks of avian flu among dairy cows, and farms in these states have had to suspend production. Wisconsin so far is not one of those 6 states reporting outbreaks, but should farmers or consumers in America's dairyland be concerned nonetheless? Our Armand Rahman explains.
We want to make sure we don't miss it if it does come.
The bird flu was first detected in cattle in Texas. Keith Polson, director of the Wisconsin Veterinary Diagnostic Laboratory at UW-Madison, says they first thought it was only spreading from bird to cow, but that's no longer the case.
We are seeing cows infecting other cows on farms.
What's important to know about the animals who do get sick?
The cows don't die. They do see a milk drop. and they do recover depending on when they are in their lactation.
Dairy and cattle farmers in Wisconsin should watch for typical cold and flu symptoms, primarily a loss of appetite.
They also walk less. They wear pedometers, just like people wear Apple Watches, Fitbits, or Oura Rings, and then they drop in milk production.
Polson says farmers in Wisconsin ship their calves to warmer, drier climates because the quick-changing weather is harder on them. So when they come back into the lactating herds here, they should be monitored.
And we're recommending 21 days of being in either a segregated population or a different facility. We know that's really difficult to do on a lot of dairies because there's a lot of animals moving. So then in that point, we just kind of really need to have high vigilance.
Experts want to stress there is no threat to food at this time.
Meat products and dairy are absolutely safe. USDA, CDC, and FDA really stand behind that. Of making sure your dairy products are pasteurized for consumption, and that our beef products, we cook them.
That was Arman Rahman reporting. According to Paulson, scientists like him are doing more testing now to figure out how the virus is spreading from cow to cow. 6:05 now, a major change is coming to the Wisconsin school curriculum.
Public school students will soon be required to learn about the history and contributions of Hmong Americans and Asian Americans. Governor Tony Evers celebrated Hmong Heritage Month by signing Act 266 into law while visiting a school in Wausau. Previously, Wisconsin K-12 schools were required to teach Black American, Hispanic American, and Native American histories. Now, Hmong and Asian American histories will be part of the curriculum, which is important as Wisconsin has the third largest Hmong population in the U.S.
There's a lot of history here, and I know kids love history, especially as it relates to them personally, so it's cool. It's really important.
The bill passed with bipartisan support.
The Monona Grove School District has named its next superintendent. They've selected Dr. Tanya Frederick as the next person to lead the district. Frederick is currently the assistant superintendent of schools in the Elmbrook School District, which is in Brookfield, Wisconsin. She'll take over on July 1st, replacing Dan Olson, who announced his retirement at the end of the school year. A local nonprofit breaking down barriers in childcare is celebrating its soon-to-be new home.
It's called the Playing Field, and it will take up 15,000 square feet inside the old Menards on East Springs Drive. Because the building already exists, kids can join in on the groundbreaking there using mini shovels and small bins of sand.
Cute.
That's awesome. The Playing Field serves children aged 6 weeks to 6 years from all social economic backgrounds. It's a new space, will help serve up to 100 children on Madison's east side. The groundbreaking was just one of many steps in what's been a long process to secure a larger home.
So we've been talking about this project for 5 years, and you know, when we walked in, it was an old Menards. There were concrete floors and no walls, and to see our children come through the space, really just, that's why we've been doing this for 5 years, right? And so we're so excited. I was so excited just to see them come through the space, and just gives me more hope for what we're going to be able to do here for them.
How great is that? They hope to have the new center open by January 2025. Kelly?
All right, waking up to some sunshine coming through the clouds this morning. It is a bit chilly. We've got some milder weather headed away into the weekend. Along with that, some showers. We'll have the first morning forecast coming up.
And I've got my eye on science in the 608 this morning. Coming up live, we're going to take a closer look at the UW Science Expeditions happening this weekend.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear sharp curves, don't spin your wheels. Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. So you can bet your bottom dollar that we're sharper than ever. 'Cause we got traction, baby. Yours, Toyota sedans.
Right now, you can get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Toyota Camry. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
When you need new flooring, you'll want quality materials, some design advice, and the best installers you can find. At H&R Carpets and Flooring, we deliver floors that look beautiful too. On sale now at H&R Carpets and Flooring, Wanakee.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need. Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U, get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
Best areas that we found, unfortunately, which is probably the area that we found were suffering the most, was from tax. And so by building this wealth optimization team, right, where we can bring in CFAs, CFPs, tax attorneys, CPAs, and really get to the heart of the matter of, targeted, risk, institutionally managed portfolios, to specialized indexing strategies, to basically helping people make that transition from accumulation to distribution and understand that it's a whole nother game.
Pick and Save always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Ordinary is the opposite of beautiful. Beauty drops our jaws, dilates our eyes, and beauty is something we can create right now at Floor & Decor.
Trust Gruber Law Offices to get you back in the game. Our team is available 24/7. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
In the 608 today, UW-Madison's gearing up for the science expeditions. It's happening this weekend.
That's right. Our Josh Sprider is live on campus this morning with more on the fun for the whole family. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're in the physics department right now learning more about the UW Science Expeditions back this weekend. This has been such a fun annual event for the campus, and this is your opportunity to come out and learn about all things science. This morning, Maddie Smith is joining us from the Arboretum. Maddie, good to see you.
You too.
So what is UW Science Expeditions all about?
So it's a 3-day open house event. We've got open labs, we've got people doing displays and demonstrations. Basically, it's a celebration of all the different science research that goes on here at the, not just the Arboretum, but UW campus as a whole.
That's what's so awesome is there are so many different avenues that are part of this, including the Arboretum, and you have some props here today to kind of talk about why this stuff is important, especially here in Madison.
Yeah, so in addition to being a place of research, the Arboretum is a home for wildlife. So I brought some wildlife clues for you.
All right.
And I thought you could try to tell me which animal left behind this clue.
Oh my goodness, I think I'm game, yes.
Okay. I gave you this little tool in case you take
the little magnifying glass.
Yes, yeah. Close look at anything. Okay, so let's start off fairly easy. We've got this thing here, kind of seems like a tree branch, but it's denser, heavier. What do you think it is?
I'm gonna guess that is an antler from maybe like a deer.
Yep, we've got white-tailed deer in the Arboretum.
That is heavy too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, let's try this piece of wood. It's kind of like gnawed off at the end.
Looks like maybe a beaver got that.
Yep, got that. Good guess, good guess. Okay, and then we've got this big feather with brown and black bars on it.
Would that be a pheasant?
No, not a pheasant. Think bigger.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Okay.
Turkey.
Okay.
Yep.
We have a lot of those around here.
Oh my gosh, the Arboretum is full of wild turkeys. Okay, I think this one is going to be the hardest, and you could definitely use the scope on this one.
Oh my goodness.
It's kind of like a clump of fur and tiny bones.
What is that? I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Okay, what if I told you it was poop?
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was that, but then I was like, well, maybe that is supposed to be something else. But
Yes, it's an owl pellet. So maybe a barred owl like this guy left the pellet behind, and that little fur clump and the little bones, that tells us what the owl had for dinner.
Oh.
Maybe a little mouse or something.
Interesting, interesting. All right, so if people are interested, this is just one of the things that they'll be able to check out this weekend.
Yes, yep, and we're gonna have exploration stations where you can do hands-on activities like this from 1 o'clock to 3:30, and we'll also lead some outdoor nature walks at 1:30.
Wonderful, and this is Sunday.
This is Sunday, yes.
Perfect. Well, Maddie, thank you so much. Learning some new things here today.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. All right, well, if you'd like to learn more information, you can go up to the story up on channel3000.com. Chris and Shane, it's super easy. All you have to do is show up on Sunday to have in on the fun for the UW Science Expeditions. I know I'm ruffling some feathers back there in the studio because you guys love my puns.
I thought it was, Stanford said, here comes the owl pun. I thought you were going to go with, it's a real hoot.
That's a good point.
Well, that too, and sometimes I'm just trying to make a point here in the 608. So.
Oh, no! Someone cut him off.
We're cutting it off. Cut it off. Put it while you're ahead. Josh Sprider, thanks, Josh. Hey, Josh is always looking for inspiration to share with you folks at home. If you have an idea, reach out to him, and maybe your idea shows up on TV.
All right, let's send it out to Kelly Slifka, much more serious kind of guy out there.
All right, you bunch of turkeys, get it together in the studio there. You know, we do have some cool weather this morning. The good news is we are seeing some clearing, and this sunshine this time of April really melt the snow today. Should be a pretty nice afternoon. Just a little bit cool, definitely better than where we've been, though. That is for sure. As we are looking at some sunshine, mid-40s, we should be in the low 50s this time of the year. The sun will be up here at 6:31, so coming up here fairly shortly. Noticing that sunset almost at 7:30 now. We are going to be on the up and up. Right now, we've got high pressure basically right overhead. That air is sinking, so that is drying out, and that allows for the clearing. That's what we are expecting today. Now, the drought monitor that came out yesterday, this actually goes through Tuesday. They analyze it on from Tuesday's data. Still under a severe drought. Up near the Dells, Sauk County, still under a severe drought. Now, we did see a lot of rain. I'm surprised it really didn't make a dent in some of that area that isn't under that severe drought. But as you can see on what we've seen over the last 6 days, basically almost through the weekend, that area that is in that severe drought did not get as much rain as what we saw in Madison, areas to the south. You see that we saw anywhere between 3, 4, 5 inches of rain all the way down toward the Illinois border. So making a dent in that drought for some. Sunshine today. We need to dry out here in southern Wisconsin after all the precipitation we've had over the last week. Sunshine today. It will remain cool through the weekend. The best day of the weekend is going to be tomorrow because we are expecting some rain to move in. You can see that on our forecast going into the Sunday period. Unfortunately, the timing's not great. It looks like it'll be right during the daylight hours when we can expect some showers. Nothing real heavy. The storm system is kind of winding up across the plains, but that chance of rain will continue into early next week. But we are calling for above average temperatures. This will be later next week through next weekend into the following week. Today we'll look at a mix of clouds and sun, not completely sunny, but we should see some sunshine as we climb into lower 40s early this afternoon, headed into the mid 40s, maybe closer to 50 off to the west in Boscobel and also Prairie du Chien. Right now 33 in Madison, 32 in the Dells, 33 in Watertown, Janesville at 32, across Dane County, 30 right now in Sauk City, 31, Sun Prairie, 30 in Stoughton. Our first warm forecast does bring us some sunshine the next couple of days. Quiet weather for Saturday. Saturday looks like a nice day, very seasonable for this time of April with sunshine. The winds will pick up on Sunday, and that's when we are calling for some scattered showers. Those shower chances will continue on and off next week. No big storm system, but just unsettled enough to bring us some shower chances, but also some milder weather, upper 50s and low 60s much of next week.
At 6'4", 245 pounds, Jaheim Thomas fits the build Mike Tressel wants for his inside linebacking unit. Lengthy and athletic. The Arkansas transfer checks both those boxes, but he also knows the expectations of a fickle coach team. Before he was a Razorback, Thomas spent 3 seasons at Cincinnati as a Bearcat, and he brings 4 years of playing experience to Madison.
some of that knowledge you can't just teach right away. Like, the younger guys, Tag and Sebastian, Christian, he brings in some things that, like, that don't need to be explained right away. Some things he do on the field that are just natural to him from playing so many snaps of football and then already knowing the playbook. The same terminology, the same understanding. I think Jaheim's, a huge pickup for us.
It was an up and down year for Kamari McGee. When he was in the lineup, the Badgers were a different team, but his boost off the bench was noticeably absent during the 11-game stretch where he was dealing with a foot injury, one that caused him to have surgery once the season was over. And after a successful trip to the doctor's office, it's on to the road of recovery for him, or as McGee called it, a necessary setback for a better comeback. Well, first round of the Texas Open is in the books. Jordan Spieth, not near the top of the leaderboard, but he did have the shot of the day. On 17, Spieth sends one at the flag, and it rolls straight in for a hole-in-one. He made that look easy. Spieth, though, finished the day 1 over. He's 10 shots off the lead. And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
Spieth making it look easy there.
That was sweet.
All right, hey, we're down to 4 teams left in March Madness for both the men and the women.
That's right. Over the next couple of days, we will see who will ultimately be the champs of each tournament. Here's the men's bracket where it stands. Semifinals, that's happening tomorrow night. First, NC State will face off against 1 seed Purdue. Then the defending champs UConn will go up against Alabama. Now, pretty good stuff here. Could be a, Cinderella story for the old NC State. We will see. And then on the women's side, too, those semifinals are happening tonight.
Yeah, first up, it's a Carolinas duel as South Carolina faces NC State. Then more superstars take to the court in the game between Iowa and UConn. The final takes place Sunday.
Looking forward to both of those.
Yeah, fun fact here, both men's and women's teams, UConn and NC State, both the men and the women made it to the Final Four. That's wild, right? That's the first time 2 schools have done so in the same year for basketball.
All right. ESPN tonight for the women, TBS tomorrow for the men. Still ahead this morning, we're going to meet the new resident at the Henry Vilas Zoo.
And in our next half hour, tuition at UW schools is about to go up. How much? Coming up later.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Now at Menards, get an 11% rebate on all of your automotive needs. Valvoline High Mileage Motor Oil is a synthetic blend for vehicles with 75,000 miles or more. Pick up a 5-quart jug for $18.99 after rebate. Get superior engine protection with Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic Motor Oil. It helps maintain fuel efficiency and provides advanced protection from wear, friction, heat, and deposits. Get a 5-quart jug for $22.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Kelly needs new floors, so she went to the flooring experts at LL Flooring, and it was as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Floor.
Step 1, find the material that works for you.
Had to be hound-proof.
Step 2, browse your style and your budget.
Blonde wood, naturally.
Step 3, pick the right floor at the right price. Step 4, floor. Enjoy. LL Flooring. Every step covered. Right now, save up to 15% on the latest flooring styles. Visit llflooring.com.
It's the sale that took the country by storm. Denver Mattress presents the smash hit Spring into Savings with fan favorites like
Sealy Comfort for me and better sleep too. And don't forget a free gift for you. Save up to $150.
at Leeds Toy.
Get 4 years now into financing.
I'm chip free.
That's a 365 guarantee.
But don't wait. Spring into Savings at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Rewards Club members at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison can get a ticket for a promotional drawing by visiting the Rewards Club booth. Promotional drawings can be either physical or virtual tickets. Physical tickets will be placed in a drawing barrel, while virtual tickets can be redeemed at a promotional kiosk. Visit Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison and grab your tickets at the Rewards Club booth today.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Who is she talking to?
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Introducing the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the 2024 North American Truck of the Year. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. See your Ford dealer today and celebrate leadership with special offers on Ford F-Series.
We're back sharing Gwen's morning. A great gray heron here in the water. Lovely picture. Love to see nature this time of year.
Yeah. Right? Not, you know, ice-covered water there. Looks like the animals are starting to get excited about it being spring, too. So we're all joining in on welcoming in this hopeful warmer weather.
Hey, we'd love to see your morning. Send us a picture. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media. All right, Shane, what are we talking about today?
We got another animal to feature this morning. That's right. The Henry Vilas Zoo has a new resident. Take a look. A 1-year-old red panda by the name of Betty, little Betty.
Come on, Betty.
She was introduced to the zoo's other red panda, Bandit, earlier this week. Yesterday was her public debut. Betty comes to the zoo with an interesting connection. Listen to this. She's actually the great-granddaughter of a 19-year-old red panda that the zoo lost back in 2021. You can meet her in the children's zoo just across from the goat yard. Cute little animal. You know, Kelly brought up a good point, something we talked about yesterday.
You hate raccoons.
I hate raccoons, of course. That was discussed. And then we saw this picture of the red panda and was like, well, that really doesn't look that different. But I do think this is way cuter, and I think it's just because I know it's a panda, not a raccoon.
You're not gonna be shooing this thing away from my garbage cans. That's for sure.
I would pet that. I would pet Betty. I wouldn't pet a raccoon.
There you go.
That's the difference.
Beside the color, you're not talking about much here.
No.
Cute. Go check her out at the Henry Vilas Zoo. Hey, we're gonna get a check of that first warn forecast and an update to some breaking news in Beloit after this here on News 3 Now this morning.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Accept the trade-offs of treating or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose quickly stops migraine in its tracks. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
We really need new siding.
After I get my windows. Have you tried opening ours?
We're not touching the windows until we redo the roof. It's leaking.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Exactly.
Wait. Everyone can agree on 1-800-HANSON's because our windows, roofing, siding, and gutters are all guaranteed for life, and our baths have a no-leak guarantee. Get 50% off installation or no interest and no payments for 2 full years.
Call 1-800-HANSON's. Get it done.
At Sarginians, we're flipping the floor buying experience. For nearly a century, we've been at the forefront of flooring trends. And now, we're stepping into a new era where technology meets style and decision-making is effortless. Experience the future of flooring at Sarginians today.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
At DePaco, your health and happiness are as important to us as your financial well-being. So when retirement is on the horizon, we'll help ensure you're ready for your next adventure, providing you freedom to focus on what truly brings you joy. Well-being is the key to a life worth loving. So when you think about yours, remember that DePaco can help you be well.
It's 6 p.m. in Wisconsin, and you want to know what happened throughout the day. That's where News 3 Now at 6 comes in. Moving forward. While you're navigating your day, we're out in the community, uncovering the stories and finding the answers you're looking for. Local breaking news, in-depth reports, getting to the heart of events and issues that matter here. And when bad weather is on the way, we warn you first. Start your evening with News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward. Weeknights.
Breaking news in Beloit this morning. Police are investigating a homicide from overnight.
When and where it happened and what the police chief is saying this morning.
And it is a chilly start to the morning. Reading is in the lower half of the 30s, but at least we do have some sunshine in the forecast. We'll take a look at the weekend forecast coming up.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in here on a Friday to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Shane Hogan. Yes, made it to Friday. That's the good news here. We also maybe have some warmer temps coming our way. Very excited.
Wouldn't take much to be an improvement from what we've experienced this week. Kelly's been telling us, though, that we do have some changing forecasts out there for us for today and this weekend. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, after the unsettled weather we had all week long with the snow and the cloudy, gloomy, chilly weather, well, we do have some sunshine breaking through this morning, and we will enjoy some sunshine today. Not completely sunny today, but we will see some brighter skies this afternoon, even though it is kind of chilly this morning. 33 in Madison, also Monona 34 in Oregon, Middleton and Mount Vernon right now at 34. So we'll look at some sunshine today and also tomorrow. Still chilly. A nicer day tomorrow with temperatures in the 50s, but we are expecting some rain to move in, it looks like, by Sunday. So the best day of the weekend will be tomorrow. Low 60s expected next week. Definitely going to feel like spring. So we'll look at a mix of clouds and sun today. Temperatures in the low 40s here at the noon hour. Still a northerly wind, keeping these temperatures below average, but at least we should be getting into the mid 40s, maybe getting closer to 50 as you go off to the west. We are looking at unsettled weather after Saturday. By Sunday, we do have a pretty good chance of some showers. Not going to be real heavy, but just looking at some rain to move in later in the weekend and even into next week. No big chances of rain, but at least there will be some weak systems that will bring us opportunity of seeing some showers next week. 45 today. Need that winter jacket, especially this morning. Temperatures in the mid 40s this afternoon with some sunshine. We'll talk more about those rain chances going into the later part of the weekend, coming up in about 15 minutes.
Kelly, thank you. Now back to our breaking news this morning in Beloit. Within the last hour, police have told us their investigation into this morning's shooting is now a homicide investigation.
Here's what we know so far. Police responded to a shots fired call on Nelson Avenue at 1:30 this morning. When they arrived, they found a victim suffering from a fatal injury. Despite providing immediate medical attention, first responders were unable to save that person's life. Right now, police say no one is in custody. If you have any information about the shooting, you should call the Crime Stoppers number that you see on your screen. That's 608-362-7463.
In a statement from the Beloit Police Chief Andre Sales, he says this tragic loss of life deeply saddens us, and we extend our heartfelt condolences to the victims' loved ones. Our department's committed to utilizing all available resources to apprehend those responsible and hold them accountable for their actions. We will learn more information in a news conference that is scheduled for later this morning.
We'll continue to provide those updates from police on this incident right here on News 3 Now. You can also stay up to date with the free Channel 3000 mobile app.
Tuition at UW schools is going up, and university officials are defending the decision.
The Board of Regents approved the hike in a meeting yesterday. It's the second year in a row that tuition will be going up. It follows the end of a 10-year freeze the legislature lifted. The reason for the hike? Inflation and the need to keep salaries on par with rising costs.
I think given where inflation is and seeing increased costs for food supply and utilities and compensation, we felt this was quite reasonable, in fact, all in with those considerations.
We're dealing with a situation where the real purchasing power of the people who show up and take care of our students has actually declined significantly in the last few years.
On average, tuition will increase by 4.4% across UW schools. For UW-Madison, it'll be a little bit lower, increasing by 3.5%.
Here's a breakdown of those percentages. UW-Madison tuition will now cost $11,600. That's a nearly $400 increase. UW-Milwaukee is going to be at $10,400. La Crosse at $9,900, and UW Parkside will cost nearly $8,300.
And tuition increases aren't the only thing that's changing. The board says the hikes go hand in hand with other cuts.
So both levers are being pulled. I think it's unfair to say that the entire process of inflation is passed down to the citizenship, because it's not.
Still, the increase will create a new financial burden for students who say this only adds to the strain of the inflation they're dealing with.
It's not just the increased 3.75 tuition, it's rent going up higher, it's the cost of living in general going up higher, but it's also that wages have not gone up very much in the past several years as well. So it just continues to get harder to maintain being a student sometimes.
Student fees will increase by an average of $74 annually. All of this will go into effect this coming fall.
In more UW news, UW-Madison's Multicultural Student Center is celebrating 35 years on campus. It's made up of 4 identity centers for Asian Pacific Islanders and DESI students, Black students, Latinx students, and Indigenous students. In the past few years, the center has seen a boom in participation, and now members are thinking about ways to grow.
We definitely have seen a huge increase in foot traffic over the last couple of years, so we're really thinking about ways to maximize our space and think about more innovative ways to address programmatic needs.
Starting today, you can buy new limited edition mini Memorial Union Terrace chairs to help with the center's food security initiatives. The chairs are hand-speckled with 4 colors representing the 4 identity centers. You can buy them at the Memorial Union, Union South, and the online Terrace store.
New information now shows turnout in this week's election was about 25%. That's down sharply from last year and the presidential primary of 2020. Unofficial results show just under 1.2 million votes were cast in the presidential primaries. That includes 601,000 in the GOP primary and nearly 578,000 in the Democratic primary. Back in 2023, 1.8 million votes were cast in the state Supreme Court race to decide whether the court would remain ideologically conservative. That's around 40% of the state's voting age population. In 2020, 1.6 million votes were cast. That's around 35% of the voting age population.
This information comes at a crucial time for both Donald Trump and President Joe Biden. Both are trying to secure swing states like Wisconsin. In the latest national poll from Marquette Law School, Biden and Trump are tied 50% apiece among registered voters. Among likely voters, though, Biden is up 4 points.
So Biden with a little bit of an advantage of the people who say they're most likely to vote. My caution is likelihood of voting can change a lot between now and November. It's important to know where it stands today, but things can change quite a bit over these next 6 months.
Biden and Trump are also tied in Wisconsin's most recent polls. Both have 46% surveyed registered voter support. Right now, the Biden campaign is focusing on Wisconsin's key battleground votes to win the presidency. But our state's primary results could be a sign of trouble. More than double the people who secured the presidency for Biden back in 2020 voted uninstructed on Tuesday. That option isn't new, though. It's been on the ballot before. Still, members of the Wisconsin Coalition for Justice in Palestine say this should act as a warning sign to Biden.
I think so many people didn't even know what uninstructed was and didn't even realize that they had this option. I think that should be very telling, and that should be a wake-up call to the administration.
It's a way to express a certain dissatisfaction with an incumbent when there's no one else on the ballot to seriously contest the race. We've seen it especially in years where there's an incumbent who's unopposed or doesn't have serious opposition.
The coalition says its members are still hopeful Biden and his administration will change course.
We are asking President Biden to not to choose to be a one-term president and to come back and actually take a stand, take a humanitarian stand.
Just yesterday, President Biden spoke on the phone with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The White House says Biden emphasized Israel has to change its tactics and that the overall humanitarian situation in Gaza is, quote, unacceptable.
6:38 now, excuse me. Here in Dane County, the city of Madison is getting more than $13 million in federal funds for public transit. The money comes from the bipartisan infrastructure law. It's part of $20 billion sent to states and communities nationwide to improve public transportation. Statewide, Wisconsin is receiving more than $121 million.
More local news now. People commuting through the Isthmus using Blair Street should expect a longer trip. Starting today, South Blair will be reduced to one lane in each direction between Williamson and Railroad Streets. Crews will be working on a sanitary sewer lining project. The lane closures will remain in place through the weekend, but could reopen as soon as Sunday afternoon.
If you live or work near Columbus or Waterloo, get ready for some road construction. Starting on Monday, crews are going to tear up and improve the County TV intersection on Highway 89. Construction workers want you to use an alternate route between Columbus and Waterloo, like Highway 73. The project should wrap up in June.
Still ahead this morning, everything you need to know before the last American eclipse until 2045.
And it is a chilly start to the morning, but we are seeing some sunshine breaking through the clouds while the weekend forecast coming up.
In the 608 this morning, you might be wondering how I got this ice cream into the Physics Museum here at UW-Madison. We're going to show you how you can get your hands on some and see it made for yourself using science. Next.
Join Planet Fitness now and save almost 25% off your monthly membership. Get fitness that fits your budget with equipment for every workout and free fitness training, all in the judgment-free zone. Join today for $1 down and $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends April 12th.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the Madison area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you or give us a call and ask us about our Earth Day promo.
We all share the same roads, but when an accident happens, we don't always share the same consequences. Gruber Law Offices has been winning for people injured in truck accidents for more than 35 years. One call, that's all.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order.
Scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Tempur-Pedic designed the Ergo Pro Smart Base to help you fall asleep more easily. It's the only smart base that features our exclusive soundscape mode that synchronizes a gentle massage with relaxing sounds to help you drift peacefully off to sleep.
Get a free $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Join Planet Fitness now and save almost 25% off your monthly membership. Get fitness that fits your budget with equipment for every workout and free fitness training, all in the judgment-free zone. Join today for $1 down and $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends April 12th.
A young man suffers a fatal asthma attack when his insurance stops covering needed medications.
It's affecting lives and it's costing lives.
I'll show you how his parents are pushing for change that could help save lives.
It might be legal, but it's not right.
Monday on News 3 Now at 6.
Campaign 2024 is heating up in battleground Wisconsin, and News 3 Now is bringing you complete team coverage throughout this crucial election year. From the candidates to the issues that matter to you, the voters. Campaign 2024 on News 3 Now, moving forward. You're watching News 3 Now this morning, moving forward.
All right, we're here, ready to get you ready for Monday's solar eclipse.
Yeah, that's right. And as the anticipation grows, there's a couple things that you should remember. A new survey shows a third of Americans didn't know you can't look at the eclipse without protective eyewear. Many people will be traveling to get a better view of the eclipse, which could mean some traffic delays, so keep that in mind. So if you're heading to an ideal eclipse viewing location and you're going to be there a while, make sure you have water, food, first aid, and a charger with you. You'll want to make sure you have the right sunglasses as well. They should say ISO 12312-2. Those are available for free at Warby Parker locations. You can also pick up a pair at Group Health Cooperative. Both are offering free glasses until Monday.
And while 99% of Americans will see the sun covered somewhat during the day on Monday, scientists say animals have their own way of responding. Bees, for example, will return to their hives, and your pets, they already know not to stare at the sun, so of course no need to get them any protective eyewear. As this is the last American eclipse in a generation, scientists plan on taking the opportunity to study how animals will respond.
All right, looking forward to it.
We're going to see a pretty decent eclipse here in southern Wisconsin.
Not in the path of totality, but should still get a good glimpse, so make sure you have those right eye protection.
Kelly Slifka's on the patio, and he's got a great graphic that kind of breaks this down for us. Maybe the path of partiality.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
We're not quite in the total eclipse. You have to go over to southern Illinois, Indianapolis, southeast of Chicago. That's where the total eclipse will occur. And actually, we've got a graphic showing this. It'll be coming up from Texas initially. You know, the path, the shadow of the moon on the Earth's surface moves at 1,000 miles per hour. So it'll only last a few minutes while you're in that path of totality. But you notice Madison about 86, 87% here in southern Wisconsin. So we do have a pretty good blockage of the sun by the moon. That'll be occurring Monday afternoon. Unfortunately, it looks like this is going to be out ahead of a storm system that's going to bring in a lot of cloud cover. Dallas, where it initially starts, coming in out of Mexico. Little Rock, fairly cloudy. Also Paducah, Kentucky. As you get up toward Ohio, it does look like they will see a little bit of clearing. And especially, actually, the best viewing is going to be in Vermont and New Hampshire, simply because they are expecting clear skies as that passes through Monday afternoon. That'll be the path of that system. All right, we're looking at clearing skies right now. Our Edgewater Sky Cam looking at skies turning mostly clear right now. Temperatures in the 30s this morning, rising into the mid-40s. A northerly wind up there at 10 miles per hour, adding a little bit of a chill. Not quite where we should be yet. It's going to remain cool through the weekend, but we are expecting sunshine today and tomorrow. Enjoy that, because on Sunday it looks like we do have some more showers on the way. So we have that cold air mass that brought us the snow earlier in the week. That's moving on out. A brief mild pattern setting up for Saturday, but by Sunday we have another system moving in, bringing us some cool wet weather, some showers. This won't be as cold as what we had earlier in the week, but nonetheless, looking at some unsettled weather later in the weekend. So Saturday looks to be nice. Plenty of sunshine, a really nice April day. It won't be until Sunday. Unfortunately, it's coming in right as the daylight comes out Sunday morning. On and off rain showers expected, and it will be cool rain showers as well. But after that, it looks like after this weekend, we are looking at above average temperatures for the most part going into next week, upper 50s and low 60s. We are looking at partly sunny skies today as temperatures climb into the mid 40s today. So all in all, it should be a pretty nice Friday for us, just a little bit cooler than average. 33 right now in Madison, 33 in the Dalles, 29 currently in Camp Douglas. So sunshine today, 45, a little bit more seasonable tomorrow, pretty close to our average of 53. Tomorrow with sunshine before those clouds roll in Sunday, bring us some showers. And low 60s, upper 50s and low 60s next week. A little bit unsettled, no big storm systems headed away, but we will count on some rain chances next week.
All right, can you hear those birds out there?
Woody Woodpecker back here.
All right, Kelly, talk to you soon. In the 608 today, UW-Madison's gearing up for the science expeditions happening this weekend.
That's right. Josh Sprider is live on campus this morning with more on the fun for the whole family and a familiar face. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we are doing some science experiments this morning with no other person than Hattie McLean. How are you, Hattie?
Hi, I'm fine.
Oh, it's good to see you. Yes, we're doing well, and we're going to get right into it because obviously you've got some fire going here. So yeah, this is one of the experiments. What exactly are we going to be doing here?
Yeah, so this Saturday, we're having a birthday party for the UW. As you know, turning 175 years old. Yes. So we're having a party, starts at 11:30 at the physics department. We have candles here. Now you can't do 175 candles because that's a fire hazard. So we have 5, so that's 35 each candle representing to make up 175. And Josh, we're gonna blow out the candles for the birthday party, but in a physics sort of way. So I have this beaker that looks empty, right?
Yep.
So you hold the beaker, and I'm gonna take it right here. You just dump it out. You got it? Mm-hmm. Dump it out all the way, and see if you can put those candles out. Oh, is it going? Not quite. Oh, not quite. Well, Josh, we tried, but that beaker, we must have moved it too quickly. It had carbon dioxide in it.
Oh, okay.
And carbon dioxide is more dense than air. So let's see if maybe we can make a little bit more while we're doing this.
I noticed it definitely did impact it a little bit.
Yes, we might have dumped it out too quickly, but the carbon dioxide would flow down the trough, displace the oxygen, and put out the candles.
Put out the candles.
For the birthday party. But now every good birthday party has cake and ice cream, right?
You gotta have it.
Yeah, so we'll make ice cream, but the physics sort of way. So put on the safety glasses.
Safety goggles.
In this bowl, we have like an ice cream slurry. So it's sort of like a melted ice cream, if you were. It's cream, sugar, all the good things. And in the physics department, we make ice cream with liquid nitrogen. So in this container, we have liquid nitrogen, the same nitrogen that's in the air that we breathe, only it's a liquid now. We've cooled it down to negative 320 degrees Fahrenheit.
This is my favorite part.
So cold. It freezes that slurry instantly. We'll just mix it up a little bit.
It's so cold.
It is so cold. And this makes some of the best ice cream. I mean, second to Babcock Dairy, but because it freezes so quickly, there aren't any ice crystals in this ice cream, so it's really, really smooth. Would you like to try it?
I would love to try it.
All right.
Can't turn down ice cream.
Yes.
You remember the morning shift. You eat anything at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, Josh, this is dairy, so I mean, like, no problem here. It's a little hard to scoop out of the bowl because the bowl freezes so quickly. Would you like some sprinkles on the ice cream?
You gotta have the sprinkles.
All right. Now, this ice cream does melt pretty quickly as well, but I think you're gonna see that it's some of the best ice cream that you've ever had.
Oh, this looks so good.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It almost tastes like the consistency of Dippin' Dots at first.
It's so good.
Isn't that tasty? Super, super creamy.
So if people are interested, they're gonna see stuff like this all weekend.
Yes, it starts tonight. The Washburn Observatory is open tonight, so you can come check that out. Hopefully skies will be clear. It's also open tomorrow night as well. Tomorrow there's all sorts of things happening all across campus, all things science. Labs are open, the Discovery Building is open. Chamberlain Hall is open here. We have a physics fair going from 11 to 2. You can come tour some of the labs, see some of the cool research that's happening in our building, hands-on experiments and demonstrations that you can do. And you can also see the Wonders of Physics show, which is at 11:30 tomorrow. No tickets needed. This is different from our February show where you need tickets. This one's free, no tickets needed, starts at 11:30.
Wonderful. All right, we're out of time. Do you want to try this one more time?
Let's
see
try
if
it again. I don't know if we made enough carbon dioxide, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get them to go out. No, not enough.
Live TV for you. You know how it goes, Hattie.
I know. You know what?
Yay! Well, Hattie, so good to see you again. Thank you so much for having us out.
Yay!
If you'd like to learn more information, they're applauding back in the studio. Look at, I think we're gonna let the smoke alarms go off, guys. You can go to channel3000.com to learn more about the schedule, and I have a link up there too with everything happening, guys.
All right, Josh, thank you very much. Coming up in the morning sprint, we've got all of today's top headlines.
We're back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
My name is Jack Frank. I'm a retired paper mill worker in the valley here, and I work for Copeland Bus part-time on the side. I've had my own route now here for the last 3-4 years, and the kids on it are great. Flexible hours, they work with you in many different ways. If you've got something going, they accommodate you, or they try to get somebody to run your road. Copeland treats you decent. You know, all the years I worked here. It's a great place to work.
Pick and Save always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Save big money with these hot deals at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. Wake up to this great deal. Pork sausage links are $2.99 and thick cut bacon is $5.99. River Rock is $1.99. 30-count gladiolus bulbs are $2.99. And these solar eclipse glasses are just 99 cents. These hot deals won't last long. Hurry in before time runs out. Sign up for Menards emails to get more hot deals plus the weekly flyer right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Kelly needs new floors.
I need new floors.
So she went to the flooring experts at LL Flooring, and it was as easy as 1, 2, 3, floor. Nice one, Kelly. LL Flooring, every step covered.
No! My denture's uncomfortable.
Dracula, let's fight back against discomfort with new Polygrip Power Max Hold and Comfort. It has superior hold, plus keeps us comfy all day with its pressure-absorbing layer.
Time for the bite!
If your mouth could talk, it would ask for
Polygrip.
Best areas that we found, unfortunately, which is probably the area that we found were suffering the most, was from tax. And so by building this wealth optimization team, right, where we can bring in CFAs, CFPs, tax attorneys, CPAs, and really get to the heart of the matter of, targeted, risk, institutionally managed portfolios, to specialized indexing strategies, to basically helping people make that transition from accumulation to distribution and understand that it's a whole nother game.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big
on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Raptors, Bucks, tonight at 7.
6:55, time for the morning sprint.
Police are investigating after one person was killed in a shooting in Beloit. This happened on Nelson Avenue at 1:30 this morning. When officers responded to the scene, they found one person with a fatal gunshot wound. Police have not yet arrested anyone.
Jesse Vang will stand trial for the neglect of missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu. Vu has been missing since February while under Vang's care. Vu's mother reportedly sent her son to Vang, her boyfriend, so he could learn to be a man. Vang's arraignment is scheduled for April 16th.
Tuition increases are coming to the universities of Wisconsin. Here's a look at how much tuition will cost. On average, tuition will increase about 4.4%. Those increases will go into effect this fall.
In Baltimore, President Biden is set to meet with relatives of the bridge collapse victims and local officials today. The president will view the wreckage of the bridge as well, which collapsed last week after a cargo ship hit one of its pillars. Saturday, the men's March Madness semifinals see UConn face off against Alabama. NC State meets Purdue. Their final is Monday. Tonight, the women's semifinals, South Carolina and NC State meet, and then Iowa and UConn.
All right, we've got more news and weather coming up in 30 minutes.